Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, November 19th, and I now call the board back into session. Everyone should continue to be mindful of the ethics awareness and conflict of interest reminder I read during yesterday's opening session. If you are logged in on your computer and also calling in by phone, mute your computer speaker to reduce the occurrence of feedback. For most people, that will be F1 on your keyboard. All callers should mute their microphones in order to limit background noise. If you are using your computer mic, it is probably F4. When you would like to speak, unmute your microphone and use the raise your hand feature. Staff will display meeting materials in MS Teams and will also provide directions to those who participate by phone only. At this time, we will proceed with the resolution and gavel presentation, followed by the swearing-in ceremony to install officers and our new board members. Dr. Murphy, could you join me on video for the resolution and gavel presentation? It is customary for the outgoing board president to receive an honorary resolution commemorating his or her accomplishments. I know you are not a fan of pomp and circumstance, so I will not read the resolution in its entirety. I will say there was no shortage of achievements to choose from when looking back over your leadership of this body during a year of unprecedented challenges and upheaval. I want to highlight a quotation that was incorporated into this resolution to characterize your leadership. It is from the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, who I know is one of your heroes. Lincoln wrote, "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power." Dr. Murphy, thank you for your leadership and your service. We are also presenting you with the official North Carolina Medical Board Presidential Gavel Plaque. The plaque reads, "In grateful appreciation, presented to Bryant A. Murphy, MD, President, November 1, 2019 to October 31, 2020, North Carolina Medical Board." Congratulations, Dr. Murphy. I invite you to say a few words.
Well, just thank you very much. And after that, I mean, there's really not much to say. I just hope that over the time that I was on the board, the last 6 years, that I was able to contribute as much to the medical board and the citizens of the state as it did to me in my own personal development and helping me to become a much better doctor. So I just wish everyone on the board Godspeed, continue to do the hard work that you've been doing, and just feel free to call me if I can ever be of assistance.
Thank you so much. I'll now ask you, Dr. Murphy, as the immediate past president, to administer the president's oath of office.
Great. So Dr. Jonnalagadda, if you would raise your right hand and put your left hand on the Bible. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
Do you solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
And do you solemnly swear that you will well and truly execute the duties of your office as president of the North Carolina Medical Board according to the best of your skill and ability according to law?
I do, so help me God.
Congratulations, Dr. Jonnalagadda.
Thank you, sir. I will now move forward with the installation of other officers. Dr. John Rusher, could you please join me on video? Dr. Rusher, do you please put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
Do you solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
You solemnly swear that you will and truly execute the duties of your office as President-elect of the North Carolina Medical Board according to the best of your skill and ability, according to law?
I do, so help me God.
Congratulations, Dr. Rusher. Would you like to recognize your guests today?
My lovely wife is probably on, so I'm not sure she's going to show the video, but thank you for being here.
Dr. Rusher, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Dr. Misha Kilpatrick, could you please join me on video?
Thank you.
Dr. Kilpatrick, could you please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
Do you solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
You solemnly swear that you will well and truly execute the duties of your office as Secretary Treasurer of the North Carolina Medical Board according to the best of your skill and ability, according to law?
I do, so help me God.
Congratulations. Dr. Kilpatrick, would you like to recognize your guests?
Yes, I believe probably my husband and my parents may be on the call. My husband, Mr. Brent Moore, and my parents, George and Lillian Kilpatrick.
Fantastic. Congratulations again to all
Thank
of you. It is now my pleasure to recognize our two newest members of the North Carolina Medical Board. First, I will reintroduce Mr. William Brawley, who officially became a board member in July this year. Mr. Brawley served 4 terms as the representative of District 103 in the North Carolina House. He held several chairmanships during his service, including senior co-chair of the House Finance Committee and vice chairman of the Appropriations Committee. He previously served 2 terms as the commissioner of the town of Matthews and served 11 years as the appointed park commissioner for Mecklenburg County. Mr. Brawley is a native of North Carolina who grew up in Charlotte, attending Charlotte Public Schools. He is a veteran of the U.S. Army and has a degree in accounting from UNC Charlotte. Mr. Brawley changed careers to commercial real estate in 2004 and has been involved in the General Assembly and property management. He lives in Matthews with his wife, Lila Smokey Brawley, who is an early childhood education consultant. He has 4 adult children. Mr. Brawley, if you could please, sir, place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
You solemnly swear or affirm that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and the authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
You solemnly swear to affirm that you will well and truly execute your duties as a member of the North Carolina Medical Board according to the best of your skill and ability, according to law?
I do, so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Brawley.
Thank you, Madam President.
I will now ask Dr. Ralph Patel to join me on video, as she is our newest board member. Dr. Ralph Patel is the lead medical director for government programs at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. In that role, she oversees the medical directors responsible for the utilization and care management activities for Medicare Advantage, Federal Employee Program, and the North Carolina State Health Plan lines of business at Blue Cross North Carolina. She also supports the company's behavioral health team and Healthy Blue. In addition to this role, Dr. Ralph Patel is leading an internal opioid work group for Blue Cross North Carolina and works collaboratively with other key stakeholders at both state and national levels to identify solutions and best practices on the prevention and the treatment of substance use disorder, while focusing on effective care coordination for member-focused care delivery. Dr. Ralph Patel attended medical school at Louisiana State University in New Orleans and completed her internship in internal medicine at Earl K. Long Hospital in Baton Rouge. She then completed her residency in physical medicine rehabilitation at Sinai Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. Prior to joining Blue Cross North Carolina, she was in private practice providing services for chronic pain management and addiction management. She continues to be clinically active and see patients in addition to a role at Blue Cross North Carolina. Dr. Ralph Patel, could you please put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand? Solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States. You're on mute, ma'am.
I do.
Thank you. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
You solemnly swear or affirm that you will well and truly execute your duties as a member of the North Carolina Medical Board according to the best of your skill and ability, according to the law.
I do, so help me God.
Congratulations. Dr. Ralph Patel, are there guests you'd like to recognize today?
Yes, I believe my husband and my children are listening in, so just wanted to say hello to them. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, my fellow board members, staff, and distinguished leaders from across the state, thank you for this opportunity to serve the patients, physicians, and advanced practice providers of North Carolina. It is my distinct privilege to be the 122nd president of this high principled body. I'm especially delighted today to speak to you from the North Carolina Medical Board's new headquarters in Raleigh to share my appreciation and accept this charge. I would not be here today without the unwavering love and strength of my family, a father now with God who taught me beyond the skills and the science of my craft to always lead with kindness and tolerance, and a mother who tells me every day, you can do it. Any accomplishment I achieve begins with the foundation that these two heroic adventurers created for me. My love and gratitude to my sister Pinchy and my brother-in-law Stan for their nurturing care, and to my nephew MJ. MJ, you affirm my faith in a positive future for all of us. Thank you. I am honored and humbled to lead the oldest continuously operating medical board in the nation during an era of unprecedented challenges. My pledge today is to carry forward the legacy of this board. I will do my best to ensure that this agency remains steadfast in its primary mandate of patient protection, and that it continues to steward medical integrity for the people of North Carolina. During the past 5 years working on the board, I have been proud to witness some substantial achievements. These include the implementation of a nationally recognized victim services program to help patient victims, and the completion of staff and member training on trauma when investigating sexual misconduct. On a national level, it was my pleasure to serve for 2 years on the work group that produced the new policy guidelines on physician sexual misconduct for all 71 state medical boards and osteopathic boards. I've seen this organization honestly reflect and act on sensitive topics such as unconscious bias and institutional racism, with an active bystander training for both board members and staff. As a physician who works with patients suffering from diseases impacting mental health, I'm heartened by the board's efforts and to encourage self-care. We have worked to destigmatize addiction, and we have highlighted the importance of seeking help without fear of reprisal for burnout, as well as depressive and suicidal thoughts. As president, I will look for opportunities to build on this work. Over the past 8 months, I have worked alongside my professional colleagues and the North Carolina Medical Board to respond to the coronavirus. I see firsthand how clinicians dedicate their lives to care for the people of North Carolina with no respite in sight. I am proud of how the medical board has worked to ease barriers to licensure and practice, and in doing so, supported our state's pandemic response. It is difficult to say what new challenges may come, but for now, I'm determined that this board will continue to address the issues that matter most in medicine for the people of this great state. I enthusiastically support the board's new podcast, MedBoard Matters, which launched this fall. I hope and expect it will help us better engage with the public and the profession on important topics in medicine. And this year, I've initiated the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, and I'm honored that my colleagues, Drs. John Rusher and Michelle Kilpatrick, have agreed to lead this endeavor. Before I close my remarks, I would like to share a sincere offering of gratitude. During my tenure on the North Carolina Medical Board, I have seen the accomplished board staff bring the same unwavering professionalism and commitment to every patient and every licensee year after year and with each new president. To David Henderson, his executive team, and to all of the staff of the North Carolina Medical Board, my deep, heartfelt thanks for your service and dedication. To my colleagues, friends, and loved ones who have joined virtually for this moment, thank you so much for all you do each day to improve the world. Rest, recover, repeat. To the patients and the licensees who count on the North Carolina Medical Board to faithfully regulate the practice of medicine for the benefit and the protection of the people of North Carolina, please know that you are my inspiration. You have my undaunted commitment. Thank you so much, and be well.